Eminem, known to be the rap god and a lyrical genius. Cancel attempt, failed. Speedy Gonzalez, a Looney Tunes character who represented Mexicans on the cartoon. Cancel attempt, failed. Dave Chappelle, a stand-up comedian who makes some out-of-pocket jokes, but to many is considered to be very funny. Cancel attempt, failed. Can't cancel a person who doesn't care. But in order to understand what a cancel attempt is, you need to understand where it originated. People have created a term called canceled in order to shut off anyone or anything that is bad and should not be popularized or relevant because of what it is or has done. And while on paper that sounds great, I personally saw that that is not the case nowadays. Um, During quarantine, when there was this unpopular opinion or controversial opinion going around, I decided to pitch my original idea, not original idea, my own idea or how I saw things. And boy, was that a mistake. Um, Instantly, people started getting upset because that opinion was not the same as theirs, and that because of it, they saw it as a threat to what they were talking about. And that's basically what cancel culture is now. They see a unpopular opinion and just consider it a bad idea and decide to take it down, make it just get rid of it completely. And like this is just makes what the group was supposed to be and was intended to be kind of disgraceful because cancel culture itself was not that bad of an idea. It actually was sounded great on paper. So when they started off, they started canceling off a bunch of people. There's two people on my screen right now are two popular YouTubers who have been canceled because of great reasons. The one on the left being EDP445, a YouTuber who was very popular, but was canceled because he was exposed that he would speak to minors and would try to meet up with them. The one on the right, Minilad, another YouTuber who's very popular, who was also canceled for the same thing. Although cancel culture is seen to work well in some occasions, slowly cancel culture started canceling ridiculous things for their ridiculous reasons. An example being a kid's cartoon. Now you might be saying, why would you cancel a kid's cartoon? What? Well, how that's so ridiculous. Why would you do that? Well, around the time where ACAB, a very popular hashtag, or just saying what was going around, um, people basically just started canceling anything that was a cop related image. Um, an example being the Paw Patrol Chase character who represented a police officer. And just because he represented a police officer, they decided to try to cancel him and get him off the show. Up there, you'll see a quote or a tweet from someone who believes that Chase, the character, should be removed from the show, saying, Chase is off the case. Defund Paw Patrol. Why are they so happy? Those dogs need to check their privilege. Now, this is pretty ridiculous to most people when it comes to, because it comes to being from a TV show. And what I slowly became to realize from all these things is that people have become so sensitive that cancel culture has slowly become a joke. Rather than a good thing, it is now feared because of how powerful it actually is. If you were considered to be canceled, your career was basically over and you would never be able to recover. It's like you never existed. The internet has created a safe space for people. They have gotten so comfortable as there isn't many repercussions in saying things online. It has also created a spot to have a connection with groups of people that believe in the same thing that you believe yourself. And that the thing about this is that because there are groups that agree with you, anytime someone disagrees with you, the person is automatically in the wrong and everything they say is irrelevant. This has caused for people to not be able to understand other ideas than their own. They think that finding anything that is not what they are saying is not right because their group of believers agree to this. Cancel culture started spreading to people like these and was basically just cancel anybody who believed in anything rather than their idea. An example being Demi Lovato. She canceled a frozen yogurt shop for having diet food options and calling it a diet vulture shop. Many people think that nowadays everything has to agree on their views because they are so-called woke. What they fail to realize is that there are different ways to approach things, that there are different point of views on topics. People have forgotten on how to have a debate rather than an argument. Whilst people use that interchangeably, it's different from trying to completely ignore what another person is saying to acknowledging it, but maybe considering that this idea is better. A solution to this would be having a talk and pleasing both sides. It doesn't have to be black or white. There can be that gray middle ground that pleases both sides and that both ideas are actually valuable. It's just that maybe they took one to the extreme compared to the other. But nowadays, it just seems that nobody cares about that middle ground. They only care to be right. So when it comes to cancel culture, maybe we should check up on what things are actually supposed to be canceled rather than just canceling anything that doesn't follow your views. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. This is Leo Cortez, and this is why people are so sensitive nowadays.